The Frozen Tides of Aeloria Part 5. The last tideeth world broke in silence fast. Then everything roared. The frozen sea beneath them shattered into 1,000 fractures, each crack glowing with a terrible mixture of blue frost and black shadow. The gate at the center of the ruined city split wide open, its ancient symbols burning out one by one. The prison was no longer holding. It was failing, the rise of the abyss from the broken gate. The darkness surged, not as mist this time, but as form. A towering shape began to rise, vast, shifting, endless. Its body was not solid, yet not empty. It was made of absence, of devouring nothingness that swallowed light and sound alike. Kael felt his breath vanish. "What is that?" he whispered. The dragon's voice trembled not with fear alone, but with memory, the Abyssal One. The name itself seemed to bend the air. Mira staggered, clutching her chest. "It's pulling at me." The heart inside her burned violently, reacting to the presence of the thing they had tried to contain. The cloaked leader of the Abyss Order stepped forward, arms wide. "At last," he said, his voice filled with triumph. "Not a prison, not a legend, but power, a fool's victory. You don't understand what you've done," Kael shouted. The man turned his head slightly. "Oh, I understand perfectly," he replied. "This world has always feared what lies beyond it. Now, it will serve it." The Abyssal One stretched upward, its massive form blotting out the sky. Tendrils of darkness spread outward, touching the broken ice, and where they touched, the world began to decay. The sea below turned black. The ice melted into nothing. Reality itself seemed to weaken. The dragon's last truth, great ice dragon, roared, launching itself into the air, its wings cutting through the darkness. "You cannot control it." It thundered again. The Abyssal One responded, not with words, but with force. A wave of shadow struck the dragon midair, sending it crashing into the ruins. The ground shook violently. Kael ran toward it. "Get up." The dragon struggled, its icy form cracking. "It feeds on imbalance," it said weakly. "And now, the balance is broken." Mira turned, her eyes glowing brighter. "Then we restore it, the final choice." Kael looked at her. "You already gave everything," he said. "You can't." "Yes, I can," she interrupted. The heart pulsed, faster, brighter. "I understand now," she said softly. "The seal, the dragon, you, me." She looked at Kael. "We were never meant to do this separately." The realization hit him. "You mean we finish what you started," she said. "Two halves, one for teeth." The Abyssal One moved again, its tendrils stretching toward them. The cloaked leader laughed. "You think you can stop this? You've already lost." Kael ignored him. He stepped beside Mira. "What do I do?" She took his hand. The moment their skin touched, the world changed. The awakening of the true sea light exploded between them, not just icy blue, but something deeper, ancient, balanced. Kael's memories returned fully, not fragments. "Everything I remember," he whispered. "The original ritual, the truth of the Guardians. The seal was never meant to be a prison," he said. Mira nodded. "It was meant to be a bond." The dragon reborn. The dragon lifted its head slowly, watching. For the first time it understood. Not one vessel, it murmured, but two. Mira raised her other hand. The ice answered. Kael raised his free hand. The sea answered. Together they stepped forward. The final Batleth Abyssal One surged toward them. A tidal wave of darkness. The cloaked leader shouted, "Stop them!" The remaining soldiers charged, but the battlefield itself turned against them. Ice rose, water crashed upward. Storm and frost merged into a single force. Mira and Kael moved as one, not speaking, not thinking, just knowing. They raised their joined hands and unleashed everything. The last idea wave, unlike any other, formed. Not water, not ice, but both. A perfect balance. It collided with the abyssal one. The impact shattered the sky. Darkness screamed as it was pushed back, its form unraveling under the force of equilibrium. The cloaked leader fell to his knees. No, this isn't possible. Kael's voice echoed, stronger than ever before. It is. Mira closed her eyes. Balance restored. The wave consumed the abyssal one, forcing it back into the broken gate. The symbols reignited. The cracks sealed. The darkness vanished. The cost of victory. The light faded. The storm stilled. The sea calmed. Kael fell to one knee, breathing heavily. Mira, we did it. No answer. He turned and froze. Mira stood still, her body glowing faintly, too faintly. Mira. She smiled, soft, peaceful. It worked, she said. Kael shook his head. Stay with me. The seal. It needs a constant balance, she said gently. His chest tightened. No. She squeezed his hand. You were always the guardian of the sea, she whispered. And now? I'm the guardian of the ice. Her form began to fade, not into nothing but into light, into the very fabric of the frozen sea. You won't be alone, she said. Kael's voice broke. That's not enough. She smiled again. It has to be. And then she was gone. A new beginning. The dragon approached slowly, its form smaller now, calmer. She is not gone, it said. She has become what she was meant to be. Kael stared at the frozen sea. I never asked for this, he said quietly. No guardian ever does. The world restored far across Aeloria. The storms faded. The seas returned. The darkness retreated into legend once more. But the frozen region remained. A place untouched, protected, alive. The last sailor days later, a single boat drifted along the edge of the frozen sea. Kael stood at its helm, watching, waiting. The surface of the ice shimmered softly, and for just a moment, he saw her, a reflection, a presence, a promise, the end. The frozen tides of Aeloria